Hey everybody, welcome back to hocus-pocus.com. My name's David and this is a magic review. Let me introduce you to Tornado. This is Tornado from Mickael Chatelain and Gimmick Magic. All right, so what is Tornado? What is this device? This is a magic trick, obviously. It's a card trick that utilizes your tuck box in a very creative way. Really what you can do so much with this, really. It is so versatile. Just to do something standard, let's say, okay? You could do the old bait and switch where you have a card selected, have it returned to the deck and lost. Then you could put the entire deck in your tuck case, and then you could write a prediction down on the back of the tuck case and then turn it around and show the spectator, and they would say, oh, that's not mine, that's not my card. And then you could say, oh, no problem, and then you could shake the tuck case and the writing that you wrote on the back of the tuck case will actually morph in front of their eyes, transform into the correct prediction. And you can learn that trick. It's called change. All right, so a couple questions we always ask about all of our magic reviews, and the first of which is, what's in the box? What's in the box? It's not really a box, it's a plastic bag. It's a little tiny plastic sealed bag, and then inside that, you're gonna get the download code. Download code will take you out to the interwebs, and you will get a video that's about 17 minutes long, and you'll get the gimmick, of course, you'll get the gimmick. In addition to this, purchase-wise, you will need to go out and get a thin, pen-shaped looking dry erase marker, not the big, thick kind that your teacher uses for the boards, but like the thin, like pen dry erase marker. All right, was I fooled? Was I fooled by watching the commercial? Did I guess it before I watched the reveal? No, I didn't actually. I was fooled by the commercial. Of course, we always have ideas about how this could be done. We're never positive until we open it. But this wasn't the technology that I thought it was going to be. It is old technology, okay? This is an old gimmick. It's usually done to cards, but sometimes it's also done to tuck cases. And what Mickael has done is he's just adapted this in a very creative way. All right, so how are the angles? How's the inspectability? Angles probably are straight on. Okay, you probably wouldn't want to do this surrounded, probably wouldn't want people on your sides. I don't think it would be an issue. I just don't think you'd want it. As far as inspectability goes, that's a difficult one because the trick is really about the tuck case. There's no question. It's about the tuck case. And there's really no way that you can hand the tuck case out to be inspected, okay? So this is really one of those things where you have to go into a card trick probably. Put the tuck case away in your pocket and immediately go into a card routine and maybe find some way to ditch the gimmick or switch out to a different tuck case afterwards. How's the video? How is the production value? What are you gonna get? Like I said earlier, the video is about 17 minutes long. Mickael he films this in his living room. I mean, you can clearly see living room items in the background. He's clearly on his couch filming for a stationary camera. So there's no bells and whistles, there's no cutaways, there's no close-up shots. If he wants you to see something close up, he moves the object to the front of the camera. He does have a very thick accent. However, within the 17 minutes, I don't think it really takes away from the teaching. You're not gonna lose anything. I think you just pay attention. It's also not one of those videos that you can kind of have playing in the background and do something else. I think you should watch this while you listen. It's only 17 minutes. Come on, you gotta get all the way through it. But it does the job. Okay, it's not gonna blow you away, but it gets the job done. All right, so what's taught on the video? What are you gonna learn? Initially, you're gonna unpackage the item. Mickael's gonna walk you through the assembly, putting it all together, and he does that all so that you can understand him. And then he goes off into a second section, which is all the effects. Now he's doing the effects in silence, okay? So there's only music. He's doing them all in pantomime. And I would assume he's doing that because this video is also available in multiple languages, and so he wanted to shoot one shot and then not have to film it twice. And so there's no audio for any of this, so you're not getting any patter for any of these tricks. You're gonna get the change trick, like I described at the very beginning. You're gonna get another trick called Braille, where instead of making an actual prediction, like 2C, 2 of clubs, you ... two of clubs, like Braille, okay, but not real Braille. And then then the prediction becomes the other one. There's one he has, which is probably my favorite one, where you draw a coin on the back with your pen, and then when you shake the tuck case, the drawing disappears and an actual coin comes out. That's a trick in and of itself. Like, I would go with that trick probably, because then you almost put the heat on the coin and not the tuck case. So I think that's cool. Now Cascade uses the same principle as drawing what you think is the prediction, but instead of doing one prediction, you do multiples. Let's say you have a smattering of cards. Say you have 6 cards, and your spectator has 6 cards, and then you have them select one, and then you write all 6 cards on the back of your tuck case, and you show them, and you say, I just want you to concentrate on yours. And when you give the deck a shake, all the other ones vanish, leaving only the one they selected. That would be pretty cool. All right, so that's how the video is. How is the gimmick? The gimmick is exceptional. The gimmick is really awesome. Probably couldn't imagine it made any better. It uses a lot of modern technology, and I think it'll last you a long time if you take care of it. So once you watch the video, how fast are you gonna be able to actually do this live? Like I said, it's an older style technology, and so I think people who are already adept at this or have tricks that use similar technology are gonna pick up on it right away. There is an issue with it, and I'll talk to you about that later at the bottom of the video that Mickael does cover, but I think for the most part, it's very easy. All right, how's the initial setup and the reset for this? Out of the box, there's nothing to build, okay? There's no construction. I think the best keywords for this are there is some assembly and installation, okay? You're assembling this and installing it on your tuck case, and you will have to have a red rider back tuck case. Now the other thing with that is Mickael is using the old vintage 808 rider back tuck back. So back in the day, kids, the tuck case on the back was the back design of the cards. Nowadays, if you pick up a deck of rider backs from the store, it has an advertisement on the back, okay? So it's not so much an issue because you are covering that back design. However, if you plan to ditch the gimmick, people might notice that the back designs don't match. So I would say you're gonna have to go out and purchase the old school vintage tuck case that has the solid back design on the back. Positives. All right, so what are the positives to Tornado? Tornado is a very handsome and durable prop that only you can see. This is one of those gimmicks that you will take with you everywhere. Negatives. All right, so what are the negatives? You know, like I said, you need a vintage tuck case. There's also an issue that this gimmick can talk. Okay, it can talk. Mickael will cover that. He will cover that at the very end. He will tell you how to do this so that it doesn't talk. But that just means you being familiar with the gimmick and you practicing. There's also no instruction about how to load or ditch this gimmick. All right, none. So in 17 minutes, he's only covering the initial effects. So if you did want to load this or ditch it, you might have to come up with something creative on your own. All right, so is it worth your money? It's $27. $27 is not bad for a handmade gimmick, especially the amount of supplies that Mickael is giving you, plus the instruction, which I think, you know, does the job. And it's versatile. Like, there's more than one way to do this effect. So I wouldn't do multiple, tornado tricks in front of somebody, obviously. You should never do the same trick twice. But I think this does lend itself to more ideas, even more ideas than the one Mickael is giving you. Who would like this? I think people who do walk around, especially street magic, this totally lends itself to street magic because you don't need a table. Everything's contained. It's a transfiguration or a morph, right? People love those kinds of effects. It's definitely something you could do on the playground or with your friends at recess. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth your money. All right, so that's everything I can say about. Of course, if you'd like this trick, head on down to hocus-pocus.com to make your purchase. Thanks, bye.